Hey everyone, welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It's time for Tactical Tuesday for tactics, gear, and more. And tonight's topic is going to be a little bit about tactics and more. Basically, it's a question for you guys. What items have you seen shortages of? And let me get myself up here. Boom. And I need to have the other light on. There, now it'll show up a little bit better and the green screen works better. All right, so let me go ahead and say hi to everybody, then I'll explain a little bit more about what tonight's topic is all about and how it depends a lot on you guys and your reporting skills. All right, so first one in was Prepping to Endure, P2E. And then Tammy Ecker came in and she became a new member of Prepper Level. Woo! And so everybody give her all the members there give her a emoji salute on that. Next one in was Walt Rogers, then Cowgirl Hippie Chick, and then Shift Kicker, then Alicia. And Mary Beth Smith came in, Phelan Clan Wolf, and of course, CB at Hugo Homestead, Suburban Hillbilly, and let's see what else we got down here. Creative Redundancy from north of the border, Aiden Ear from across the pond. Let's see, I'm scrolling down. Everybody's talking, so that's good. You guys are communicating with each other. So I'm going down to find anybody else new coming in. Yeah, everybody's talking. Good. Kaylin Smith, Kaylin Strain is in the house. Suzanne Goulet is here. Making sure I'm not missing anybody. Brenda, Duncan 1900 Homestead is here. Tibor is in the house. And it just jumped on me. There we go. And I'm trying to catch up here. You guys are just chatting away. I love it. It's better than having a boring side chat here. All right, so tonight, what's tonight about? Well, several of the channels I have been following have been, they do their prepping hauls. Like Kaylin just did a prepping haul today, a prepping haul video. And some of the others, especially not the Mama Bear Prepper, not Tasha, where it's all caps, but the capital Mama in capital, lowercase, most of the ones, Mama Bear. She's back east farther. And she reports on prices too. And a couple of others reporting on prices and stuff. And a lot of them froze. A lot of them were saying, oh, they had a lot of this, but they didn't have any of this. And some were also been saying that, well, last month it was just the opposite. They didn't have any of this, but they had plenty of that. So Brother Donnie's in the house, Prep for Eternity Homestead. And so got me thinking. And then I noticed last week and a half ago, I was up at Winco, and their section of chili was only about 24 to 30 inches wide, rather than being 8 foot wide like it normally is. And so, but they had a lot more of other stuff. And so I was looking around. Some of the stuff they usually have a lot of, they had little of, and stuff that they usually, they don't. I guess isn't a big mover. They suddenly had bigger shelf space covered on that. Hey, Cindy Squirrel. And so that's what the premise is behind here. I want to know what you people have been seeing out there, not stuff that's coming and going and the changes. Now, here's my premise my thoughts right off the bat is I believe there's a problem with the supply chain, not enough drivers to get all the supplies to the stores, what the stores are ordering. And so rather than getting like 3 trucks a week, they're getting 2 trucks a week. So they're, playing games, joggling around and, trying to keep things balanced with what they are getting. The stuff is in the warehouse. It's just that they're not getting there. I'm presuming. Okay, I'm presuming. I'm not sure. And as we going on here, you may see. This is not for panic mode. All right, this is just take off your rose-colored glasses, open your eyes, look around, and get ready, because some people are going to act stupid. All right, so let's get over here. Boom. Okay, so what are some of the items you've seen shortages? So, I said that the chili at Winco, the ice melt at Costco. One time I went up there and they were totally out. I went up a couple days later, totally out. Next week they had 2 pallets sitting out of it, so they didn't get any on that shipment. The next time they got double. And so, so I noticed they didn't get, the Costco regional warehouse had it. They just couldn't get it on the trucks coming here to Idaho Falls. All right. So, and I have seen a couple of signs like this around. And if it's someplace where I'm going up to Idaho Falls a couple of days, I see that. I go back the next day and it's stocked. It's fully stocked, and there's a truck sitting out back. So it's like they're having a problem getting the trucks out here, at least, and some other parts of the country as well. Now, don't panic, folks. All right, don't panic. Just what have you seen so far in your area? Now, okay, all right, getting some answers here. It takes $2 in a case, and cases of desperation Walmart to get my entire grocery list. Yeah, some stores have it, and the next time around it's vice versa. And Suzanne's right. The weather is affecting the deliveries in some areas. I know in California. 80 being shut down, Highway 50 being shut down. Those are the 2 main ones going over the Sierras. Highway 10 was shut down in Southern California because of the snow. Highway 5 going up over the Grapevine in and out of Los Angeles was shut down. So yeah, the snow has impacted some areas. Now that like those in California keeps the produce from keeps the deliveries from other states going into California, and keeps all that produce from California from getting out. All right, let's see. Tried to take the water out of your son's grocery cart. Oh, yeah. I hope he got smacked. Yeah, Alicia orders hers online. Okay, good. Scroll up here. Get back down here to the getting caught up here on the things here. Yeah, Tibor, I can understand Ohio running, but some of those trucks may not be doing local deliveries. They may be going, like I say, interstate. And so, but I've noticed out here when I go around to the stores, the shelves are all full, but what's on the shelves, some items there's less of one week, next week they're fully stocked in, and the other areas are less of. And sometimes if you go pull one off the shelf and you're just like, oh, it's bareback behind there. Some places have inventory. Of course, it being tax season. A lot of places do cut back on their inventory so they don't get taxed for what's in the inventory on the in the stores, which is interesting. The same thing on inventory tax. The stores get taxed for what they have out in the retail stores, but they don't get taxed on what's in the distribution center. Weird loophole in the tax law. All right, I'm just trying to catch up here. A lot of things there. Yeah, the area that got because it got flooded because the areas that got flooded because of the levee fails and some of the levees didn't fail, but they overflowed. So yeah, there was that going on too. Mississippi has delays as well. Oh, he may have got a badge flashing a badge at him. Yeah, that probably made his behind pucker up. Yeah, that stuff though for the almonds and stuff probably shipped weeks ago, and avocados probably shipped a week or two ago as well. Just because of they ship them overseas not ripe, so they ripen in shipment. Hey Glenn, how's it going? Okay, so living in a small town that has its ups and downs, hard to find things, and the price is sometimes much higher, but not having a lot of people around is a plus. Yeah, so it makes it, you're not going to have a run on it as much as you will in the bigger stores. Oh, Gary. Man, it's not one thing, it's something else. All right, and Corsair Trainers is in the house. Steve, do you do the shopping or does the missus do the shopping? And have you seen different sizes and the stuff down there on the shelves? Sometimes it comes over by plane. Okay. Yeah, I know with the passenger planes, if they're not full, they pack more stuff under the plane to get the most out of the flight. Hey, Vanessa Kitty. All right. One of the things, let's see. Okay, we're at that time. Okay. A couple more minutes, and I'm going to do a couple more minutes, and I'm going to have a spin the wheel for channel members to possibly win a $5 Amazon gift card. Yeah, check with her, Steve. Come on, show up. Wrong one. There it is. Check with her and tell her if she's noticed, the sizes allotted to a certain product on the aisle, if they're fluctuating, and other areas, are the areas fluctuating? What like for chili or for Spam or some of the items that you guys buy, whether or not it's because I know the stores are trying to keep the shelves full, so they bring other stuff out and put it out so there's no empty gaps. All right, Brother Donnie, speaking of that, get ready. Let me see if I have the right one coming up here next. Here's a question for everybody. What do you think? I have my own opinion, and for a minute here, I'm going to keep it to myself. Are the bank failures going to limit what you can find? or are they going to cause an increase of price at the stores? Vanessa Kitty said meat prices are going through the roof. I had to go to 4 different places to hunt down the cat food. All righty, let me get back over here. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. And I need to reshare because I need to have something going on here. Entire screen. Share. Oh, dang it. Didn't do right. Hang on. Present. I forgot to click the button. You know, it has it right now when I'm sharing the screen. When I first do the share, it has the share audio tab clicked. But when I click the entire screen, it unclicks it. So I got to re-click it. All right. So now, let me see. Let me make sure I have the right thing going on here before I jump. Yeah, I did. Okay. There we go. All right. So I went and added Tammy to the list here. So Tammy's on the list now. She just joined today. So let me shuffle this up here. And then we're going to spin. And this is to give away a $5 Amazon gift card. So let me see what we got going on here. And we are going to go and spin. Where to begin Homestead? Has anybody seen Janice in the chat? All right, Janice, if you're here, say hi, say something, say boo, type something in there. Nope, you don't have her there? Yeah. Hey, Ginger Ninja, how's it going? All right. Nope. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close that out, and we're going to spin again. Try to give away a $5 Amazon gift card. All right, Cowgirl Hippie Chick. All right, so what I need you to do, and write this down here. Okay, got it in here. All right, I need you to send me an email, and tell you what, use the, hang on, let me go over here. Banners, thank you, banners, there we go. Send it to the Camp Patton Family Compound email. All right, so send me an email, and for the, and that way then I can I just take your email address, plug it into Amazon, and they'll email you the electronic $5 gift card. All right. All righty. So let me go ahead and there is, so, you know, it's Camp Patton Family Compound, 2 P's. So Camp Patton Family Compound at gmail.com. Send it to there, and then we'll take care of that. And if anybody's wondering if they saw her name on there twice there, that's because she is a Grayman level. Grayman levels, there are, right now I think there's 4 people in Grayman level. They get their names on the wheel twice because they're paying for a higher level. All right, and let me go ahead and change up the show channel. Let's go back to here. And back to the conversation here. All right, try to catch up here on what was going on. Yeah. Now, just to deviate a little bit on the bank failure, I have not heard whether or not that Silicon Valley Bank is going to reopen or not. If it doesn't reopen, that is a true failure. If they totally shutter and don't open up. Now, closing branches does not count. But when the whole thing shuts down, that's a failure. But I know a lot of banks, they go, oops, we got problems, and they close the doors for a little bit. The feds come in, do that, help them get things squared away, and then they reopen up. That's not a failure. That's a stumble. All righty, let's get back to food. So what are your feelings on this? Is the fact that bank is listed as a total failure so far, and they haven't talked about bringing it back, and several other banks have shuttered. Whether or not they're saying they're not saying those are failure. They just said shuttered on some of the articles as opposed to failure. What do you think how that's going to affect the people going, oh crap, I need to run out there and buy more supplies? How many trillions of dollars have been pushed? Where to go into the something bank repo market since 2019? I have no idea, Vanessa Kitty. All right, Steve, Feds have put some kind of bridge bank into place so people can access their accounts. Do not know the details yet. Yeah, I heard something that they were thinking about trying to do something, but I'm not sure. Yeah. So, enough of just talking about the banks. We know banks are having problems, but what do you think is going to be the impact on supply and demand of food and other supplies for people getting stuff? So that's what we're talking about here tonight is, what do you think is going to be the impact on grocery stores, big box stores, and other places where people, generally get supplies and everything else? Is it going to go? Is it going to be? Are people going to panic and start buying toilet paper again, like they did 3 years ago, when they said, "Oh, we got a pandemic, everybody's going to poop," and they all went out and bought toilet paper? Alicia says more inflation. Tammy says both. Short supply, higher prices. Tibor thinks the effects are going to be minimal. I hope you're right, Tibor. I really hope you do. I hope people have gotten over the panic mode over the last 3 years. All right. Caitlin has a good point. Now that spring is coming, construction materials may be in short supplies. She has been seeing shortages of many items in the stores. Now, you're just talking about just a limited number of supply, not being totally out, just shortages of those ones or totally out of it. That bank was a fairly large bank, considering it was based mainly in Silicon Valley, but it pumped a lot of money through there. I mean, it wasn't like Bank of America or Chase or Wells Fargo. it wasn't spread out like that is, but they were moving a lot of money through, dealing with a lot of tech industries, startup companies, NFROs, startup companies, other things like that. I think I'm hoping you're right, Tammy. I'm hoping you're right. I hope people have a lot of people stocked up. They're checking their inventory before they go on a blind panic buying spree, and they're going, "Wow, we're actually sitting pretty good here. We got 4 or 5 months worth of food and supplies here." Wood ply. Okay, you're building a decks and you're noticing prices going higher. Yeah. Yeah. So there are things going to be going on here, but once again, it's like, what? Who? Yeah. So hopefully everyone's not freaking out over it. And I hope most of you guys are like, some of the other banks have been having problems over the years and stuff. And everybody's going, another bank. And I hope that's all. I kind of hope that's what people are doing. But I also hope they're going, another bank. Well, what's going on here, though? Let me see what's really going on. And they're not just freaking out and going out and buying a lot of money. Buying a lot of food with their money. Yeah, exactly. Food went up a lot here. All right. All righty. Hang on here. I got something on my other computer popping up. Hang on a second here. All right. So, there we go. I got to get something straightened out here. All right. So, yeah. I've also heard on the cars, so certain cars are being held onto by the wholesalers. Others are being dumped. Some of the really high price ones, which they're cutting to get them out of stock, especially because of inventory taxes and stuff. But the ones that the cheaper ones that are moving, they're keeping the prices high on those because, hey, people are buying those. They don't have the money to buy the $86,000 Tahoe, but they got the money to buy the $40,000 Corolla. Well, I know it's a bad example, but you know what I mean. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on like that. Where who was it? The Economic Ninja was one of the channels. I'm trying to remember the other one. They both put out about 6 different videos over the last month and a half talking about how the car dealerships, the wholesalers, the distributor wholesalers, which is different than wholesalers, what they're doing with their inventory. And then there was the one I didn't get a chance to see it that they came out says that I forget which one it is. Was it GM or something with total dealerships? Basically, the lead in, a clickbait on it was, GM tells dealerships to stick it. So I think they're starting to play hardball. No, Brother Donnie, I have never heard of that channel before. I'm on my list here. I got like 700 and some odd channels that I get input feeds for. Sometimes all I can do is just throw it up and let it play, and I got 3 of them playing at the same time, just to show support and to let the ads run on their videos and stuff. And if this is something that really intrigues me, yeah, then I'll bring it up onto the main screen here, not one of the two side screens, and actually watch it. Yeah. So, you know, one of the things that keeps on bugging me about everything that's going on here is ways that trying to figure out ways that I can bring in a little extra income of doing something, but right now everything here is still in build mode. Trying to get things built here, and trying to get everything built so I can actually do some stuff. And my wife and I talked for about, I guess it was about an hour and a half yesterday. And hey, Green Granny. And so we were, she was wanting to know, what I'm coming back there. I say, well, and she was mentioning about, a lot of stuff I left to do I really needed up there. And I told her my first trip back to California, we're going to spend time going through everything. And we say, all right, this can be gotten rid of, make piles. This can be gotten rid of. This is going up to Idaho. And try to go through and sort a bunch of the stuff out. And, it's because she says, we still got boxes of books here. And no one's looked at those books in, several years. Do we really need to keep them? And so a lot of stuff is going to be no. And then we're going to wait when next time she's up here. Some of the boxes of books that I haven't even opened up here, we're going to start going through, and we're going to start. These were cool when we were little kids, but our kids didn't want to look at them, and our grandkids don't want to look at them. So we're going to get rid of them. Exactly. We're going to be doing a lot of trash, keep, or donate, separating there. Hey, Jay, how's it going? All right. So, all right, guys, this is a question for all subscribers. So if you're able to type in the chat, you can answer it. This is for a $5 Amazon gift card. In the last week, which one of my videos did I fail to edit the blooper out of? So which one of my videos in the last week did I fail to enter the blooper out of? Give you guys a few seconds to figure it out and remember which one it is. And we will see what's going on here. Nope, not the battery one. Well, got it. The tarp video. And if you want to know what the blooper is and you didn't see it, you got to watch the video to the end because it was in the last 40 seconds of the video where the blooper was that I didn't edit out. And okay, Idaho Garden Girl said tarp. Tammy said tarp. Cowgirl, hippie chick said tarp. So we got, Walt beat everybody. I'm just going up there to check before it, make sure no one beat Walt in there. Battery before that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Walt was the first one. Okay. Let me write Walt down on here. All righty. Okay. So let's get back in here. Oh, shoot. I know I forgot to do something. Dummy me. All right. There's the link. Now let me pin the link up to the top. There we go. So go ahead and clear that out there. Boom. And put that back up. One of the things that kind of has me concerned for all of you, and Kaylee made a good on her video today that I just watched prior to this starting. on her prepper haul. She got a bunch of pint and half pint jars and stuff. She can't can, but she's still collecting those. And that's a good thing is it's 8 a.m. for you now. Wow, you should have been up at 7 o'clock. Hey, Star, glad you can make it. Don't worry, I still have one more wheel spin away to give away, and you're on there. The even though there are certain things that like Kaylin, she's in an apartment, she can't do much canning and stuff like that. Some people are in other areas, they can't do certain things, but they can get the materials for it. This is where the one live stream I did a couple weeks ago talked about networking. If you can find someone else that you can network with through someone who has large harvests or has time to do extra canning and stuff, where you can make a deal with them to either buy stuff from them, take the jars to them, get what they're selling at a discount rate because you're replacing the jars that they're canning with, or get them to can for you by bringing the food and the jars to them, and you just pay them to can it. It's probably a lot cheaper than what you're paying for stuff in the store. And then once it's canned, in a good pressure canner or water bath for things that are short-term water bath, those things will last years. One of the things people say, oh, well, the canning lids say on it now good for 18 months. Yeah, they used to be good for 5-10 years. That's why I don't want to get any more ball lids, because they say now good for 18 months. My Kerr lids say good for 5 to 10 years. Yeah. And we used to can a lot of blackberry jam, peaches, apricots, and pears. We canned a lot of pears one year. We had, I don't know how many quarts full of pears. I know we had 36 half-gallon bottles of pears canned and other stuff. And those things lasted like at least 10 years off the top of my head, remembering. And we didn't throw one of those away. They looked as good as the day they were canned. And it worked great. Hey, Carol, how's it going? Fishes and Loaf's Life is in the house. All right. Okay, people. Boom. Tammy is a canner. She said she would take that deal on a 50-50 deal. She canned apples and apple juice yesterday. Tammy, what state? Just what state? Don't even go what county are you in? And if someone's in the same state, then you guys can hook up later on, and you can see how close you are to each other to actually do something like that. And that's something we need to do, is actually work with each other, find those around who are canning, who are doing stuff. My neighbor across the street, Curtis, he's going to be planting and canning a bunch of beets, and he also has some neat recipes for serving the beets. All right, so anybody in Louisiana and you're interested in this type of a deal with Tammy, give her a shout out. You guys go to each other's channel, check, if you don't have your email in your, email listed in your about page, it's always good to put it in there, put it in where it enters into it. That way the person has to click the thing. I am not a robot. That way page just can't be scanned to grab your email by the trolls. They actually have to go in and pop it out. Hey, Nomadic Rack Pack, how's it going? Whoa. Ordered about 60 pounds a few weeks ago on Amazon. Now the prices are soaring. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't bought rice in the last year and a half, 2 years. Well, I got like 250 pounds of rice stored. So I'm uh I'm good there. My wife has at least 150 pounds there in California. So we got several years worth of rice for our family. All right, Suburban Hillbilly is putting out about 60 plants, tomato plants again this year. Somebody's going to be canning a lot of tomatoes. Hey, Peterson Farms of Nashville, how you doing? And so, if you find out which homestead channels, prepping channels are near you where you can make friends and start working deals and stuff. All right, so Kayla needs an ore bucket for storage. The peas, she got it going into her pint jars. Oh, all right. Suburban Hillbilly has 20 gallons left in the freezer to can from last year. So if somebody lives near Suburban Hillbilly, maybe you can make a deal with her, about bringing over your jars, helping her can some to put in hers. Buy some of her stuff and help can it over there. Buy some of the tomatoes and stuff from her. Because you work stuff out because she's put another 60 plants in this year. She needs to get that other stuff canned. He's afraid he'll wake up in a jar. Oh, Star's near. He's just a 15-hour flight away. Oh, so this is some of the things with the way anything you're seeing shortages of in the stores, not totally out of. I'm just talking like I said, shelving space going from wide to narrow. You know, is a clue. And if that keeps up and it never goes back to the wide, it might be an idea to think about. Okay, I need to get more of this, or I need to learn how to make this. One of the things my wife and I have decided on is any chili we make ain't gonna have beans in it, because we can cook the beans up separate later and then mix the two together when we go to serve it. Cook the beans up, mix the other in, and let it simmer for a while, and then we've got chili with beans. But also, like with chili, chili without beans, we use that for the tortilla chip spread out on a tray, drizzle the chili over it, sprinkle the cheese on, toss it in the oven for a couple minutes, and boom, there's a meal. Oh, that is one thing I have not seen here in a long time. Back this summer, there was 1 week, actually not even a week, one day where at Sam's Club in the middle of the day where the bread aisle didn't get stocked. My daughter went the next day and she says, nope, it's fine. It's totally stocked full. So they may have had a problem with the delivery truck that day. I don't know. But bread shelves are reduced, fewer types and brands. I have not checked that. And actually, that's something I need to so I love joking about people say, oh, this is plant-based meat made out of soy. And I go, this is grass-based meat made out of cow. The cow eats the grass, processes the plant, and turns it into meat. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a possibility too. But right now we got about, I think we got about 150 pounds of kidney beans and 50 pounds of white navy beans and 75 pounds of pintos. And my wife has some other ones stored in California. So, yeah. Yeah. And, you know, we've been working on different ways of serving stuff up. Oh, okay. For first aid. So yeah, a lot of the animal biotics are going to be pulled and going to be by prescription only. So yeah, but you also got to make sure that that type of antibiotic is human safe. Because there was, you know, like the brand Fishmox was actually the regular amoxicillin made for people at the same plant, same line. All they did was funnel some of them off and put a different label on it. So that's something to check out. Doc Bones and Nurse Amy, they have a YouTube channel here, Doc Bones and Nurse Amy. They also have doomandbloom.net and their blog. So they talk about stuff like that as well. Yes, Star, but do you know how they melt those almonds and the pecans? They got little tweezers and they get into the little tweezers and they got to melt those almonds with tweezers and they put on multiple layers of glasses so they can do it. You know, almost like jeweler's glasses. So they can see those little teats. All right. Oh, all right. We need to do something else here. Last drawing for the wheel here for channel members. All right. Let me shuffle it a little bit here, and we're going to give away another $5 Amazon gift card to channel members. All the Things Acres, are you here still? All the Thing Acres. You got 2 minutes to respond. I just follow what's going up on there. All the Things Acres. Are you here? Nope. You're not picking her up. Yeah, I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen. I don't even. Was she even here in the beginning? I think she was in the very beginning, but that was it. All right, I'll give her another 20 seconds here just in case, and then we're going to spin again. And while that's going on, let me grab this over here and bring up the coming attractions here. Okay, so Thursday night here on Gray Man Prepping starting at midnight Thursday night, actually 11:55 Thursday night is the midnight ride. It's going to be I'm going to have a bunch, open the panel up, and for anybody that wants to come up that is known can come up, or wherever the side chat leads us, that's where we're going to go. And then nope, she's not here. Okay, let's spin again. I rearranged the living room yesterday. 2 big bookshelves and everything. Emptied them all out and redid it. Denise, are you still here? Denise, Green Granny 2. Are you still here? Give her a minute to say, I'm here. Come on, Denise. There she is, here. All right, so. Shoot. Denise, send me an email at Camp Patton Family Compound, and I will send you the $5 card. I may be able to find the email in there from the last time, but I'm not sure. Just easy if you just send me an email, Camp Patton Family Compound, and PASSEHL, just in case. All right, so just in case, I will try to, after the live, get yours out there. Cowgirl Hippie Chicks, if she sent me an email. And, yeah, she did. And I got Walt saved already because Walt and I talk all the time. All righty, so let me go ahead and take that down. All right, so Friday on Camp Patton Family Compound. The topic is pick one livestock to sell and why. And this is going to be kind of we're going to do kind of a spread it out on this one here. So the livestock, all right, say you want to raise chickens. Well, you can do several things with chickens. You can raise them and sell the eggs. That counts. You can raise some for eggs and raise another breed, such as the white Cornish cross, and sell those as meat birds. You can raise goats. The Kiko goats and the Spanish goats are very what's the word I'm looking for? Resistant to the parasites. Yeah, and people like the meat on those, and they sell those. Those are basically called meat goats, and they sell them for meat. They're not very good milking goats, but they're good meat goats, and you can sell them. Basically, what Daniel Arms was doing, he was raising them and selling them. All right, these are ready to go to the butcher. Anybody want to buy it? You take it to the butcher. You make your own appointment. You buy the goat. You're gone. And so that's one thing that he was doing. Brandon, the guy I bought the property from, used to raise pigs and cows. He'd have like 14 pigs out there in his pig thing and stuff. When they got the age, he'd start putting the word out. And then when they got to that size, he says, "All right, come get your pigs," and give it to the people, and they'd load it in their trailer, back to pickup, whatever, take it to the butcher and get it done. Same thing with the cows. Guys would bring over their horse trailers, load the cow into it, take it to the butcher. So there are different types. You can do chickens, goats, turkeys, cows, pigs, rabbits. Guy Barris in town here. He's the city maintenance guy. He sells off goats and rabbits for meat. And sometimes he, if people pay a little more, he will do the butchering himself and get them all butchered for you. You can buy a whole lamb in a bag at the Costco. I have not seen the Costco's near me. I have not seen that there at the Costco's. Hey, 6 cents, Amelia. So those are all right. So back to the thing here. So that's what's coming up here. Monday is still set up for an open chat on Camp Patton Family Compound. Next Tuesday here for Tactical Tuesday, we're going to talk about a 30-day meal plan. This is good for both advanced and beginner preppers. So you have someone that's asking about how I'm getting into prepping. That's one of the things that have them come watch is the 30-day meal plan. That's how they can start getting set up without having to go out and buy this stuff behind me in that much bulk. So there's so that's what's on Tuesday is setting up the 30-day meal plan. All right, now some of the things I'm going to be working on coming up here, and any ideas, please email them to me. You can send them to, let me throw it back out there again. Email it to the Camp Patton Family Compound one. I try to send all my YouTube stuff to this email here for both channels. One of the things I'm working on, which was suggested, is how to select and install a new wick in your oil lamp, where to buy wicks, how to measure the lamp for for a new wick, trimming the wick, how to figure all that stuff out. That is probably going to be a how-to video that I'm not going to do on a live stream. I'll probably get it all edited up, and then I'll do a premiere on that one when I get that one ready to go. One of the questions someone had, gray water, that's going to be a live stream here on Tactical Tuesday in April. That's already scheduled for April. Someone also was asking about, what are IBC totes? And that's also going to be in April. We're going to talk about IBC totes and the many uses for them. Someone asked about collecting rainwater, ways to do it, securing your doors, farmers markets, well water without power. And these are all some of the things that people have suggested, and those are on the schedule now coming up in the future here. So I've got some other ones coming up here. Not any, some of these, if someone comes up with a topic and it's a really good topic and they want it fairly quickly, I can shuffle some of the future topics around. But I have why have non-food livestock such as horses before you buy your bug out location. Yeah, people were asking about a bug out location, so we're going to talk about that. How soon is too soon to plant? What are you preparing for? That's another topic. We're going to cover that. Easter weekend is coming up in April. Wet or dry storage. We're going to talk about the advantages of both on that one. Food source recon. One here, which is probably going to try to get Bob over on this one here, is maintenance, fabrication, or replacement. How to build a jig, how to source materials. We're going to talk about making things and, some of the things on that. So those are some of the things that are coming up here in the future. And then I got a bunch of others on my regular how-to list of things to do. So those are things coming up here. I'm going to try to get a members-only live stream out here this weekend for members only. If I get to it, knock on wood, and maybe I'll remember. And so, yeah. So there's a lot of things. Hey, vision preparedness. So those are some of the things coming up here. And one of the things I want to remember, I'm looking at some of the things mentioned in the side chat. There are skills and trades you can learn at your leisure. There are books you can read up on it. There are some great how-to videos out there by electrical companies. The contractors are nice enough to put out, this is how you do it. However, if you're not sure about it, call us. That's the way they do in the video. They tell you how to do it, and if you're not sure, call them, and that's the type of stuff. Because first time working with electricity, people get a little nervous. First time working with plumbing, people are nervous. But there's a lot of things you can learn. There are educational videos out there to teach people how to do things, how to work leather, how to repair shoes, learning how to. There's a lot of knitting channels out there to learn how to knit and crochet. Sweet Pea Sid's Inspirations is one. She's in here now and then, and she's over on Courtney's channel in the side chat. You want to know about knitting and crocheting? Sunday Fun Day at Garden State Gardener. There are a lot of knitters and crocheters in the chat there, and they have channels and they have a lot of videos. Yeah. More importantly, Jay, don't take the two wires and tie it to your tongue to see if it's live. But there are a lot of skills you can learn to do. If you may be really nervous about stepping out of your comfort zone box, but hey, once you step out and you learn that one, your comfort zone just got bigger. And now you may see some other things you may be willing to try. All right, exactly. Yarn Prepper has a knitting site. Yeah. And then there's all right. My wife didn't, she just loved to sew. Was it as a teenager? She started playing around in the sewing machine, learning. Back then, YouTube wasn't out like that, and so I don't know how she, but she started having people teach her stuff. When we got married, she made all the bridesmaids' dresses. Her mom wanted her to wear her wedding dress, so she did the alterations on it. She made all the cummerbunds and stuff and vests for my groomsmen and me. So, and then she's gone on. She now has like 5 different sewing machines, a serger, a hobby lock, and a bunch of those really fancy ones too. And also does yarn craft too. So awesome. All right. Oh, where to go? I just saw something there. Star Homestead India. I'm starting a new channel. What's your new channel going to be about, Star? And okay. All righty. All right, we're after the top of the hour. Yeah, I have my mom's old Neche cabinet sewing machine. It's a big cabinet. You pull it looks like drawers on it. You pull it out. It's a chair. You sit in it. It has a sliding drawer underneath the seat. The top folds open. The sewing machine folds up, locks in place. It is a heavy duty Niche. She won on Queen for a Day way back in the 40s. So yeah, I inherited it. I just need it still works. I just need the hinge thing broke on it, the little pin hinge. I just need to go find a niche and get the replacement pins on it, or I need to find someone who has a good machine shop. Take one of the old ones in and say, hey, can you make this out of stainless steel? All righty, folks, we're going to wrap it up here. So as always, hang on. Get rid of that. There we go. As always, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing, and of course, skills. The more skills you have, the better. All right, everyone. Hope to see you Thursday night here for the Midnight Ride. Take care and stay safe.